Our headlines at 6 o'clock. The Prime Minister admits to having had a tough week in domestic politics as he moves his attention to world affairs.
Sir Keir Starmer tells a major security conference that he will send warships to the Arctic to thwart Russia and says that Europe must be prepared to fight.
A warning: the gender pay gap won't close for another 30 years as union leaders claim the average woman in effect works for 47 days of the year for free.
How a pioneering procedure to cure a common heart problem means that patients are being treated faster and with fewer side effects.
Good morning. In sport, it's a magical day at Murrayfield for Scotland. The Calcutta Cup is theirs again, beating England to get their Six Nations campaign back on track.
Saved from an uncertain future, the chapel where the classic hymn Cumronda was first performed. Let's have a look at today's papers. And many of them focus on the government's announcement that the Russian opposition leader, Alexei Navalny, was killed using a poison developed from a dart frog toxin. The Telegraph says that this is proof that Russia possesses illegal chemical weapons. Navalny's death has been investigated by Porton Down scientists, the paper says.
The Sunday Times this morning reporting that a Labour group, which helped Sir Keir Starmer to get elected as party leader, commissioned a report investigating the personal and religious backgrounds of their journalists. The paper claims that Labour together paid £36,000 to a US firm to examine the backgrounds and motivations of its reporters.
The Sunday Express claims the rise in pension age later this year will send 115,000 elderly into poverty. The paper says it has based its figures on the previous rise in the pension threshold, which it says saw the proportion of 65-year-olds living in poverty rise from 1 in 10 to 1 in 4.
And Dr Ice and the Skeleton Crew, that is the front page this morning of The Observer. That's the whole front page, actually. It's referencing Matt Weston's Winter Olympics gold in the skeleton on Friday. It was Team GB's first and only medal at the Games so far, although, as we heard a little earlier, he's involved again, I think, today, and we've got other medal possibilities as well.
I'm quite liking the Winter Olympics.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It's exciting, the margins of error. There's a few stories on the inside some of the papers. We've got The Observer here. It's interesting. It's saying that half of all A-level and GCSE exams will be on screen within a decade. This is Colin Hughes, the chief executive of AQA. It's one of the big exam boards. It says potentially it could make the system more secure, more resilient and fairer, especially for pupils with special educational needs and disabilities.
Got to be good at typing. That would have been my problem, because you could always write frantically like that.
Kids are good at typing, aren't they? I mean, this is the thing they do. They live their lives on screen. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how that comes. Apparently, I didn't know this, actually, Ofqual, the exam regulator, has launched a 12-week consultation on the introduction of on-screen exams back in December. So it'd be really interesting to see what that result
Inside the Sunday Express today, I don't know if I care about this or not, really. It's a bit unsettling. It says, consciousness could extend beyond death, claims shock study. Consciousness may extend beyond the current definition of death, enduring after the heart stops and the brain apparently ceases to function, a bombshell study claimed.
OK.
Yeah. In one study, researchers at Yale University restored some functions in the brains of dead pigs. I don't really want to think about it, to be honest.
I don't really know what I'll be thinking about after death, so there we go.